Hey everyone, this is a good Omen. In this video, I will be reviewing a recent game on map Haven. This game is after rank reset, so I'm currently silver, but this lobby is definitely not silver. We got some diamond and plat players, so let's get started with a few clips. Berani. If you are an Omen player ranked Diamond 1 or below, I believe you will learn some Omen shit from me for sure. Thank you bro, after watching your video I applied it to my game and ranked from Diamond back to Gold. So I'm going to explain why I believe Omen is the best smoker for Haven and walk you through my thought process. More importantly, I will show you how I secured MVP not with cracked aim but mostly game sense. See, my headshot rate is actually the worst one in my team. Now let's get back to round 3-6. This round we are saving, so I bought a stinger and play garage. I heard some steps rushing C long, so I dropped a standard defense smoke. The second smoke might look weird, but it was intended to block enemy vision. The plan is to basically teleport behind them after the entry. But enemy ISO figured out our plan. Yes, it was a bit of like gambling, but it's an echo round, so worth trying. This round I teleport down to this wooden wall at B backside. This is actually not a sacred position anymore, especially in higher elos. But if you are below platinum, definitely try it out, but just don't use it every round. Use it randomly, or you can simply mix a few plays. For example, first round you teleport down the generator, next round you just jiggle pick at this door, which is the common position, and next round you teleport down this wall. The key point is to not let enemies read your habits, so keep changing your position is also very important. Back to this round, I drop a C-long attack smoke at the start of this round. Why? Because for some reason C site is empty. So this smoke is basically to slow down enemies if they play C. At least they would need to use a few utilities to push out the smoke. Imagine you are attacking C and you see a smoke like this. What would you do? Will you just push out from the smoke? No, most likely you either hold the smoke before it faded or you use some utilities to clean it. Okay, back to this round. After dropping the smoke, I started holding this end. He's slow. I whiffed, which is perfectly natural. If you are my early subscribers, you probably knew how bad my aim is. Well, just kidding, I guess. We know there are still a bunch of enemies at mid, so we threw a blind and teleport to this corner. We let Gecko pass because we see Taeho using ult on B. So likely they will rush B side, and if Gecko don't check this corner, likely following enemies won't check either. So we might catch more than just Gecko. Round 6-7, Echo round again. I really love forcing Stinger on Echo rounds because Omen is really easy to get close to enemies, and I will show you how. Drop a Heaven smoke for team and drop another generator smoke for myself. Sacred teleport on the generator and another sacred teleport. So here I actually misclicked. I could have saved my teammates if I didn't. Free frag and free vandal. To be honest, I didn't expect Cloves here, because we've been fighting A side so long. I thought Clove was flanking or something. That's why I decided to blind the Gecko at Heaven and trying to rush him now. But seems like Clove also didn't expect me pushing here. Alright, it's a 1v1 now, so I decided not to push Heaven. Gecko's got a sheriff, and if I go up there but he jumps down to grab a rifle and hold the spike, I'll be in a really bad spot. So instead, I smoke off Heaven. Unlucky, my smoke was kinda scuffed, so I got a little nervous. But hey, we still secured the spike. I take the spike, go through A short, then immediately double back to A. Because let's be real, if this Gecko has half a brain, it knows I should be rotating. Their Clove died on A, meaning they can still smoke for retake. Any normal player would not play A side here. So I pre-read his read of my read, no rush, casually grab an orb for max value, then go for the plant. Now we hear Gecko's retake footsteps from CT. Quick scoreboard check. Yup, he's bottom frag. So we hold this angle confidently and one-tapped him. This round, we play 3 garage and 2 C long. We smoke window for our team to push garage and drop a city smoke after a little bit delay. Look at the minimap. Jet is garage and ISO is backside at this left corner. So don't hesitate but use outs at this corner. This is not wasting our outs but force ISO to turn back so that our deadlock can move forward easily. Then we follow our deadlock to support her. Now ISO is still at that corner. So we can simply blind him and teleport on his face and execute. Jet might be on the box. On generator. Here we go. My favorite teleport tech on map Haven. Do a jump pick while teleporting to this wall. This tech has a lot of benefits. Number 1, when you jump pick, you get mid information. Number 2, after teleport, you can walk to this corner and hear a lot of information from garage and B side. Number 3, enemies usually won't know you are here. Imagine you are playing garage as defender and your teammate at B side keeps looking at mid window and got no information. Let's say if you want to push out aggressively. Will you even check this corner? I don't think so. And number 4, which I'm doing right now, is that you can push mid aggressively. Just like number 3, usually they won't pre-aim here where you are right now. So if they pick, it's free frag. If they don't pick, then you can have some sneak plays at B side. For example, my team starts to push A side, so now is the best timing to catch rotating enemies off guard. Okay, I whiffed that, which is perfectly natural. Just use Omen's traditional combo. Blind and sacred teleport, free frag. Now you need to think where are the remaining enemies. Jet was deep mid and she got our Yulu almost at our spawn. So most likely she would flank. Clove, no information, but do notice that because of the intense fight at mid, I didn't even smoke a heaven for our team. Yet they've still almost taken the site. That means there's probably no enemies on heaven. So our aim should be focusing on CT. Waited for a bit. Still no sign of anyone from city. That means it's time to check A-Link. Because if Jet actually wrapped through mid to B and came back A-Link, she should be here right about now. Plus, just look at the minimap. Both my teammates are fully exposing their backs to me. That's 100% trust right there. If I don't hold A-Link and someone sneaks into sight, we're basically committing war crimes at this point. Alright. I did not expect Clove to be here. I was convinced she was flanking. Remember that round earlier? She was hella slow on the retake too, which completely threw off my read. Nice. Now match point. Let's do this teleport again. And then jiggle pick, no information, so we push forward aggressively, getting close to this wall. 3, 2, 1, jiggle pick. Sacred teleport immediately, and now we sneak into the backside. Where are you looking at?
Alright, let's rewind to the start of this round. I'm going to break down my thought process and explain exactly why I played the way I did. This is the most important part of this video. So, when I jump peeked, my body was slightly exposed through the window. And listen carefully. I baited out a shot. That tells me someone is holding B from inside, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, why is that important? Don't worry, I'll explain in a second. Before we go further, let's talk about their team comp. The biggest flaw? No sentinel. On a 3-site map like Haven, not having a sentinel makes defense way harder because you have to hold every entry the old-fashioned way. A long, A short, B garage, and C long all need bodies on them. Keep that in mind, it's going to be important later. Now, why did I say having someone on B is exactly what I wanted? Because B site on Haven is one of those sites that's easy to take, but a nightmare to hold, which is why most teams don't actually commit to planting there, unless it's an eco round or some kind of set play. Personally, I avoid planting B unless I have no other choice, and that leads to an important defensive concept. On Haven, you don't actually have to hard hold B site. If they had a sentinel, they could just drop utility to cover mid. Sage could wall, Chamber could place a trap, simple. But since they don't, the B player might not just sit in sight. They'd probably hold from C-Link or A-Link, so they can still watch mid and also rotate fast to help garage or A. That's why baiting a shot from inside B was so important. It told me someone was actively holding there instead of playing a more passive, flexible setup. Now let's keep going. I jiggled peek again because I'm not sure if he's holding left or right. Luckily he keeps wallbanging, so I can tell he's on the close left. The fact that he's still spraying is also huge because that means he has no idea I've already TP'd up aggressively. Quick pre-aim, jiggle peek, boom, Clove is dead, and immediately Immediately, I TP to the right. So why was I confident in this TP? Why wasn't I scared there was still someone on site or that an A player had already rotated to A link? Normally, this would be a terrible TP. If they had a sentinel, their positions would be way more unpredictable. There could be someone holding this exact corner or maybe another defender deeper in sight. If I were playing B normally, I'd still TP to this spot first, but before committing to the hit, I usually smoke both links. By this point, my teammates would already be pushing up. Our initiator would get info or I'd guess myself. If I think someone was on the right, I'd throw a blind, then TP to the default generator corner to safely clear it. If no one was there, I'd keep pushing or look for a play toward garage. Same thing for the left side. I'd blind left first, TP to the left default corner, and clear it before deciding where to go next. But this round was different. There were two major reasons why I felt safe taking that TP. First, they had no sentinel, which means their setup was almost definitely 2 on A, 1 on B, 1 garage, 1 C. And since we already confirmed there was one guy in B, that means their setup is predictable. Second, if you check the minimap, after I TP'd and started pushing B door, my entire team was still in spawn. No one had given away any information. Now, let's think about this from the defender's perspective. It's only been 10 seconds. Their B player has been holding window the whole time. No one has crossed mid, and they haven't seen any attackers anywhere else. Are the A or C players going to rotate? No, there's no reason to. They don't know anything yet. They're not moving. Defending A and C sites is much more important than defending B, which means in this exact scenario, the TP is way more reward than risk. That's also why I kept pushing deeper and held garage side instead of worrying about an A player rotating through B. Let's check out Tejo's POV. This is me, an ex-Diamond Tejo player, and we are holding garage. My Clove just got picked off on B. Wait a second, Omen was at the entry already? The round just started for like 10 seconds. Clove was literally holding window the whole time. How did Omen get there without making a sound? If I remember correctly, if he walked through in front of the garage, that would have taken at least 15 seconds. Right? Whatever. I need to hold mid before he wraps to C-Link. He's not here? Did he fall back? Let me check a little further. Wait, what? Bro, a gold Omen? There's no way. This has to be a smurf.
Alright, that's pretty much of this video. Drop a comment and let me know which map you want to see Omen on next. I will make my next video based on the most upvoted suggestions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's the biggest support you can give me. See you in the shadows.
Okay, bro.
Subscribe.